Welcome to another episode from Zach Maglin Collectibles, where we rip everything sports cards and notable collectibles. Today, we have another new product to rip and review. We're going to find out whether or not 2025 Absolute Football is a kaboom or a bust. Stay tuned. Good day, YouTube. Thank you for joining us once again here at Zach Maglin Collectibles. Today, we have a new product to rip and review. We have 2025 Absolute Football, the Blaster Box Edition. As you can see, we have 3 blasters here, and you can notice that one is a different color compared to the other 2. So, the reason being is 2 of them came from Walmart. We paid $28, closer to $29 for these two. And this green one here, on the other hand, came from Barnes & Noble. And they usually have the Target products at Barnes & Noble. And I paid $25. But I only have one because they're very stingy in their policy of only giving or allowing you to purchase one per customer. So, didn't want to waste it and have to wait for another one. So, we're just going to add it to our mix. So, you do the math. All right, roughly how much we paid for all 3 total. Closer to like what? A little bit over, what? About $80. So, here we go. Now, as you know, with Absolute, they're not the top of the line when it comes to Panini products. Usually that is reserved for Prism. However, they do have one of the most sought-after case hits, which are the Kabooms. So, we are chasing that, as well as so they have the Kabooms. I was thinking of there's something else that usually they have as well. But we are chasing that. You get, in this one, the green parallels from Walmart, and here it's saying once again you're going to get green parallels. Now, they say that, but last time they mentioned that, I believe it was Mosaic, they mentioned orange, and a pink came out. So, let's see if they have another issue with their wording or advertisement. All right, so, enough of that. Let's get to it. So, we mentioned Kaboom, all right? Because a lot of people are not big fans of the design, including myself. So we'll see. This is the first time that we'll be seeing this. I have not viewed any products online or on YouTube. So I'm going in blind, guys. So we'll admire the design of the cards today. So people usually say this is a kaboom or bust product. Just like how Dunruss tends to be a downtown or bust. So let's find out if this will be a kaboom. So as you know, usually we will ask you questions so that you qualify for our giveaway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of pair things up a little bit. All right, so that we can have some separation and know the difference. So I'm going to ask you, one of the questions I will ask you is, what are the best hits from the purple Walmart boxes, and what are the best hits coming out of the green Barnes & Noble / Target box? And then of course there'll be one more additional question that I'll ask sometime somewhere in the middle to make sure that you're watching the video to its completion. Since we are at, this is the last week of the month, just days before Thanksgiving. That means we'll be giving away our prizes shortly. All right, here we go. So this is pack number 1 of Absolute Football. Will there be absolute bangers or absolute duds? Okay, here we go. All right, so we got cards that are sort of inverted here. Let's see what that means. Okay, ooh! Look at that. First pack auto. Bam. Tyler Warren. Whoa. First pack auto. I flipped it over. Didn't know which I was flipping. and I flipped it to the auto of Tyler Warren. We've been on a roll, guys, with autos. All right, Tyler Warren, I believe, is doing pretty well. And, of course, we didn't expect an auto coming out of a blaster box. So let's sleeve that up, Mr. Tyler Warren. What a way to start this rip of Absolute. Tyler Warren, first pack. Auto, first flip auto. Trayvon Henderson. All right, he's been balling out on his Absolute card right there. Kendre Miller. Aaron Jones. Jermaine Ford. All right, I'm not going to mention these other guys. Caleb Williams. And Malik Neighbors, who's injured. All right. That is a pack. That is a banger. First pack. Auto, first card. Maybe we flipped it over the wrong way. No slow roll on that one. Boom. All right, not a kaboom. Next best thing, an auto, a rookie auto of Tyler Warren. There you have it. See, here we go. I'm forced to make a decision again and flip things over. Okay? So, let's see here. I see something here. Okay. So we're going to flip this one over. All right. Will Anderson Jr. Bo Nix, who's been balling out. Garrett Wilson. All right. Patty Mahomes. And we have this Hog Heaven of Jaden Daniels. Nice looking card. And, ooh, we have Tyreek Williams. Okay, so it looks like the rookies come in the back. All right. That is weirdly cut. The rookies, I guess, are coming in the back. So that's what we are flipping over. So I got to flip it the right direction. If not, then we are getting the hits immediately. So I don't know about you. Some guys, what they do, they sort of slow roll things, and they know they get an auto, and they just wait till the end. I'm not playing that game. If I get an auto, you're seeing it immediately. Okay, so it's a nice card. I'm just going to put that up. All right, on to the next one. Absolute has gotten us going. There you go. On to the next one. We're going to have to do a flip again. All right, so it looks like the rookies are there. So we are going to flip. Hold on, let me just flip things in advance. Okay, here we go. So we have Kyron Williams. And there you go. And we have a Jalen Milroe right there. Nice looking card by Storm. Okay. And on top of that, we have this David Njoku. It was flipped over. So it's the rookies that are coming in the end, and Riley Leonard. So I guess the last three cards sort of need to be flipped. I think they're the rookies and any significant parallel or insert. All right, or banger. Okay, in our case, it was the auto. I've never had a first pack auto of any kind before. Okay, all right, here we go. Let alone first one on top. Well, that's my fault because I flipped it over. But now you know with these cards. Okay, so you see something lurking, and it is Draft Diamonds of Kyron Williams. And so that was it. And Colston Loveland. All right, hold on a second. All right, on to the next one. So this is just the first box, okay, that we're pulling. Okay, so we've got to flip things over. All right, make them more dramatic, okay? All right, here we go. So, there you go. Otherwise, the design, I guess, is a little bit better than last year. They just are paper stock cards. There's a Hog Heaven of George Kittle. And it looks like we're getting a nice Kyle McCord card there. And we are getting, who is this? Is this Will Howard? Okay, interesting. All right. The reason I'm looking is I'm looking over this card. Look at this card here at the top. Look at that. I don't know if you could see that. This Kyle McCord, because I did notice it out of another card. Where's that at? Trying to figure out where that was. I could have sworn I saw that in another card. Okay, on to the last pack here. So it's like, all right, here we go. So we're gonna end up flipping things again. Okay, Bucky Irving. All right, we have a rookie wave of Matthew Golden. We know Matthew Golden because we got his jumbo downtown. We have a Patty Mahomes. So here's that thing again at that corner. Patty Mahomes, just a base, looks like it. I don't know why it was flipped over. And we have our rookie Jaden Blue in all blue. All right, so that is box number 1 from Walmart. Here's box number 2. This one feels a little bit thicker, to be honest with you. Is there a mem card here in this second box? All right, let's see. Let's flip things over so we don't see. Okay, here we go. All right. And in the process of flipping, let's see what we get. It is thick. So I'm going to make an assumption it is a mem card. And it is a mem card of Terrence Ferguson. All right, rookie of Terrence Ferguson. And we have Mason Taylor. He plays for my Rams. Unfortunately, I'm not familiar with his game. All right, so there's a Terrence Ferguson. I'm going to need a thicker sleeve on that one. But there's Terrence Ferguson. So one box, we got an auto. Second box, we got a mem or relic card. There you go. Absolute is upping their game. So we're going to have to definitely compare how that looks compared to the Target box, or Barnes & Noble, I should say. All right, here we go. And continuing on. Taking extra time to have to flip these things. There's Tank Dell Draft Diamonds. And these are 2 rookies at the end. If I'm missing something, see here. Look, there is this one again right there. I don't know if you see it. It's got a similar kind of deal in the corner. So I don't know if that's by design or what. All right, here we go. So the first pack of that box had a mem or relic, just like how that was the case with the auto in the first Walmart box. All right, here we go. Flip things over once again. All right, here we go. And I think we've seen this pack before. And there it is, Hog Heaven, Jaden Daniels again. And Breece Hall's flipped over. There you go. See, it's on that one there. And we have McMillan, his rookie card. Okay. On to the next. Thank you for sticking with us. So thus far, Target has a lot to have to live up to based on our rip thus far. Okay, I'm going to flip this over. Here we go. All right, there you go. I think we've seen this pack before. Seems very similar. All right, looks like we're going to get a rookie wave of McMillan. There you go. And we have that Seahawk star. McMillan caught a touchdown from Bryce Young the other day, or was that Monday Night Football? But Bryce Young did not have a good Bryce Young kind of game. He sort of reverted back to the norm. All right. Final 2 packs from the Target box. Remember, from the Walmart box, we're trying to figure out. One of your first questions is what is the best hit from the 2 Walmart boxes? You just have to mention one hit from there, and what is the best hit from the Barnes & Noble or Target box? I say that because I guess the distributor is the same for for Target and Barnes & Noble. Here is a introductions where we've got these 2 dudes from the Texans. We have Xavier Watts. So I'm looking for numbered cards, okay? That's the next thing to look for. Here we go. Last pack. Absolute. So you could see there are some cards I didn't sleeve up that were picked up as well. Okay, here we go. Flipping them over off camera so we don't ruin things a little bit. All right, and we have another introductions. This is from the Patriots. And Ladd McConkey, year 2. And this one right here. Okay, so I'm going to take a quick break just to mention I wanted to do a corrections kind of PSA. What happened was, as you know, if you've seen our last video, it was for the hits that came out of the NFL Revolution Premium Box. If you haven't, definitely there were bangers there. Okay, so in that video, I overlooked. There were so many hits that I did not realize that there were numbered cards I overlooked, okay? So thanks to the watchful eyes of our subscribers, they said, hey, they were shaking their head in disbelief that I was just overlooking these numbered cards, okay? But I'm going to share them with you what they were, all right? So if you go back and look at that video, these were some of the numbered cards that I overlooked. All right, this Jesse Bates, this was a fractal. This one was out of 99. All right, 68 out of 99. Cooper Kupp, also a fractal. This one was also out of 99, 7 out of 99. All right, this one was a banger here. Trevion Henderson, who's doing really well with the Patriots. His rookie, this is a neutron. I totally missed this. And it's out of 30, 3 out of 30. And this Aaron Jones, all right, Lightning, is out of 60, all right, 5 out of 60. So pretty significant cards I missed during the NFL Revolution Premium Box rip. So check it out, because that's including, you know, the ones that I did seek out the numbers for. I did mention the numbers for. So quite a bunch of bangers coming out of that box. And I found out later that I guess the box is now sold out from Walmart, all right, because that's who was selling the premium boxes at Walmart. So now we are going to open up the pack coming from Barnes & Noble / Target. All right, we got to flip things over here. Do it off camera. All right, this is the first pack here. All right, here we go. And let's see who we get. All right, so we are going to get a shine card. So this is what's different right here. We are getting this shiny card. Ooh, it's numbered. Bam, 415 out of 425. All right, a numbered shiny looking card of Quentin Johnson. Not a fan of Quentin Johnson, but we will take that card. So once again, first pack, starting strong. All right, that seems to be a trend in absolute. So maybe we missed out on our Kaboom, because probably that's when the Kaboom show up, all right, in the first pack. I hope not. I hope that there is some magic still not realized yet, okay? So this is, and remember, we're checking out and finding out which are the best hits from the target boxes. So keep your eyes out. All right, on to the next one. Okay, you gotta flip things off. Okay, so there is the base of Quentin Johnson. See how that looks like. You can see we're gonna get a Hog Heaven somewhere. And we are getting Hog Heaven of Jason Smith-Njigba. He is balling out. Probably the best wide receiver out there. We get a Riley Leonard. All right. And there you go. So I think, going back, what are we looking for? We are looking for green parallels. So I think we're overlooking some of these. This is, I guess, a green parallel. All right, so we're going to have to sort things out by the green. It's not very obvious, but we got to sort things out based on that because we are overlooking that because we've been getting these other numbered cards and other mems that we are not really seeing that come out or pop out. All right, here we go. And we got that. So a lot of base cards are coming out of here because you can see quite a bit of cards coming out of the pack. All right, we have a rookie wave of Cam Ward. There you go. And we have something flipped over for one Baker Mayfield. And we have Trevion Henderson again. All right. So let us leave that up. So yeah, because we need to find out if there is a fundamental difference in the parallels that they're claiming to be. Okay. All right. 3 more packs left. Thank you for sticking with us. I was not expecting a lot out of Absolute because, like I said, it is a kaboom or bust normally. But for the price point that you pay, right, at least Target is similar to what you're paying for the Dunruss. All right, Panini Dunruss. You know, it's not a bad deal. All right, here we go. So we got that. And we are going to get a, so this is a shinier version of the introductions. All right. The other one was more paper stock. So that is a shinier version of that. And that. All right. So we're down to final 2 packs. Here we go. We got to still pose that question to you guys to also get you registered for our giveaway. All right, here we go. And Jahmyr Gibbs, who's balling out. And here is an introductions. This is also a shinier version of the introductions. And there you go. This is got to be that green once again. All right, Jack Sawyer. So that's that green parallel. So we're going to have to make a pile for that. And we'll do a recap, guys, so that you can see what we got, so you can see any differences. All right, so final pack. All right, can we get a final pack magic? But before we do that, we want to remind you of our giveaway. So we are giving away the following products at the end of this month, which would be, you know, we'll give away during a live stream sometime next week, which is this fat pack of NBA basketball, hanger box from NBA basketball. We also mentioned that we are giving away this Dunruss blaster box, and we're giving away a mystery tin. In that mystery tin, you tell me if you win who your favorite player is, who your favorite team is, and I will throw in some packs and try and fill it with some of your favorite players and favorite team. So we also are giving away that Topps fat pack as well. So Basically, from the 3 major sports, we're giving away a prize, and in order to be eligible, you need to be subscribed to the channel, watch this video to the end, which you're almost at, like this video, share this video with others, and comment. Comment includes what is, in the comment section, you want to answer the following questions. What is the best box? What is the best hit from the Walmart boxes, the first 2, and what is the best hit from the Target box? All right, so let me know in the comment section. In addition, all right, we want to cause some debate, and I want you to tell me who you think in NFL history, who are the top 3 quarterbacks, okay, in NFL history. So let me know in the comment section, top 3 quarterbacks. Who are your GOATs in NFL history? All right, so here we go. Jordan Love, little last pack. And we have, that's it. I guess that was it, huh? And that is it. Is this Saquon? Yeah, I think the Saquon is green messed in green, but I believe, see, there it is again. Look at that. What is that? Is that supposed to be the design of the card at the base? I have no idea. But I believe this is an absolute green parallel. All right, so we're going to put this on pause so we can do a quick recap. All right, guys. So let's recap. So we got this one as well, since it's not sleeved up on display. So this is what we pulled that we put on display. We got a numbered Quentin Johnson. We got first pack, first look, Tyler Warren auto. And then we got this mem card. So we got one of what we normally seek in each box. Okay, a numbered card, a mem card or relic, and an auto. Now, in addition, it was very difficult to try and distinguish the parallels. So you could see it's this little green wave here. So I'm not a big fan. So this is who we got from those parallels. All right, especially the Saquon. You can barely even see it. All right. And we got some inserts of the following that are not sleeved up. So not a bad haul for what you paid for. I don't know what the value of these cards are. Didn't get a Kaboom, unfortunately, but probably the next best thing, right? We weren't disappointed in the sense that we just got stinkers. So you tell me, guys, what is your opinion of this product? The jury is still out. Let me know as well. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned because we have a bunch of new products that are still yet to arrive that we'll be ripping and reviewing. Until next time, take care.